Welcome to your daily gaming update for Thursday, June 1st, 2023. I am your host, Joe. Sources for these updates are in the description. For our first update, Giants Craft, a studio, is developing Ecumene Aztec, a game that is described by some sources as a full Assassin's Creed on invading conquistadors. Players will take on the role of an indigenous warrior during 16th century Mesoamerica with the purpose to combat Spanish conquistadors. The game takes place in what is described as a dense Mesoamerican city. Players will have access to a dynamic class system focused on jaguar, eagle, and snake skill trees. Players can also utilize gifts from gods and make blood sacrifices. According to Steam, the game has its own page with the release date window for 2025. For our second update, Diablo 4 is approaching its early release with players on the West Coast in the United States that can play as early as 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, June 1st. Players in the United Kingdom will have access to play at 12 a.m. British Summer Time tomorrow, June 2nd. Early access to the game is available for those that pre-order the Deluxe and Ultimate Editions. The game's official launch date window is between June 5th and June 6th, depending on the time zone specified. For example, those on Eastern Standard Time can play June 5th at 7 p.m. The game, which was codenamed Project Fenris, is set 50 years later following the events of Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. Lilith, daughter of Mephisto, one of the three prime evils, has aggressive influence over Sanctuary, a dark and hopeless place. The Brotherhood of Horadim, who combat the three prime evils, and the former Archangel and Nereus are integral to the game's plot. Diablo 4 is developed for current and last-gen consoles, excluding the Nintendo Switch. For our third update, it is GFN Thursday for NVIDIA GeForce Now. There are new games you can play in the cloud. System Shock and Killer Frequency are the two games. Reference our daily gaming update for May 30th on details about System Shock. Killer Frequency released June 1st and is available on Steam. It is a first-person horror puzzle game set in 1987. Players take on the role of a late-night radio talk show host in a small American town where callers are being stalked by a mysterious killer. For our fourth update, the MetaQuest Gaming Showcase is today, June 1st. Prior to the showcase, however, Meta officially announced its Quest 3 headset that will release this fall for $499. The new headset will feature a next-gen Qualcomm chipset and will deliver allegedly twice the graphics performance than its previous version. The Quest 3, compared to the Quest 2, has completely redesigned Touch Plus controllers that are more streamlined and ergonomic. The following reveals occurred at the showcase. Samba de Amigo, a maraca-shaking rhythm action game, not to be confused with Samba de Amigo Party Central. This reveal is scheduled to launch this year, autumn 2023. Next, I Expect You to Die 3, Cog in the Machine. This is a spy-themed room escape series with alleged new gadgets to use in action-packed locales, arriving later this year. Next, Silent Slayer Vault of the Vampire, a single-player horror game combining stealth and slaughter in a playstyle for players to experience as they battle against vampiric forces. No release window is detailed for this one. The next game revealed is Underdogs, a futuristic physics-based brawler with a setting in New Bracca, the mech fighting capital in the 22nd century. The next game revealed is Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord, a co-op ghost hunting adventure game. Playable with up to 4 players, the game introduces the villain Gustav Hookfaber. Next, NFL Pro Era. The game is more than just a roster update. The game will include an expanded focus on multiplayer play, new modes, features, and more. Next is Racket Club. The game is designed as one to bring racquetball to VR as a sport. Next is Vampire the Masquerade Justice, a brand new action RPG coming to MetaQuest 2 and Quest Pro, autumn this year, 2023. Next, Dungeons of Eternity. a game that gives players the experience to explore ever-changing dungeons. Next, The Seventh Guest. This is a game for VR. It's a build-off of the cult classic CD-ROM adventure and has been rebuilt completely for VR play. Next, Arizona Sunshine 2, a multiplayer FPS that tells a story of a lonely man desperate to find another living person in a zombified post-apocalyptic Arizona. This game releases later this year, 2023. Next, Stranger Things VR, a VR adaptation of the Netflix show as another showing that whisks players to the Upside Down, coming this winter allegedly, so the impression is later this year, 2023. Next, Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable, a game where players combat an enormous person based on a manga and an anime series where players are part of the Scout Regiment, coming this winter allegedly, so the impression again is later this year, 2023. Next, Bulletstorm, an adaptation of the acclaimed 2011 Bulletstorm for VR. This game will be aligned with the original story and game that allegedly includes much opportunity for mutant maiming. Next, Asgard's Wrath 2. Players have the option to take control of 4 mortal heroes in pursuit of the god Loki in this adventure game. Next, Assassin's Creed Nexus VR. More details on this game will be revealed at the Ubisoft Forward showcase June 12th. There were other games revealed during the pre-show. Those include Power Wash Simulator VR and Death Game Hotel. Well, that's it for this daily gaming update. You can look forward to a daily gaming update for Friday, June 2nd. Never miss a daily gaming update by subscribing to the channel on YouTube or selecting the follow button on your podcast service of choice. Let me leave you now with the words of Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. I should go.